Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everyone? I'm Jakin, I'm Awkward, and welcome to Swordplay and Sorcery, where we are now on YouTube, not Twitch. It's going a little better today. It's going slightly better today. Coco, what's going on, dude? How you been? Don't mind me while I finish this crouton. What do you think of the new layout? New layout, very simple, very streamlined for now. Layout's nice, sweet, cool. I'm excited to show off the layout for when it's like switching over to like when we actually do the writing and stuff, because that should be a little bit more optimized for that, and also it should be optimized for if we do games, because I like doing games. I'm a simple person, so I like it. Very nice. Oh man, it feels good. It feels good to just be doing this. I like this. So today we are continuing writing our fantasy novel. We have to complete it by the end of November, and it has to be a minimum of 50,000 words. In fact, let me do a quick little word count. Let's see what we're at. We're currently at 1,484. Today is day 4, and I was supposed to have, let's see how many I was supposed to have today. I'm supposed to be at roughly 6,500 words right now. So I'm falling behind. But oh dang, the chat is just showing up on there. Man, I gotta fix that. I changed everything because I'm now doing this on YouTube, so I had to like move everything around, redo settings. Okay. So chat is just delayed on here. Okay. Oh, did chat just vanish? Did it just vanish from the stream? Yeah, I'll always show messages. Chat box is just lazy. I guess so. It's probably gonna be like what, 2 minutes before we see that message pop up. Oh well. Oh well. Let's switch over to our book writing cam. Ooh. Boom. Here we are. You know what? Now that I'm looking at this, I might actually adjust my camera. You know what? I lied. I'm not doing that. We'll fix that later. We'll fix it a different time. I'm very tiny in the box. But hey, that's the point. You're supposed to look at the rest of the screen, not me. But okay. So we're only 14,000 words in. We're supposed to be a lot higher than that. I thought of a few flaws with the story so far. Where do I even begin? I mean, there's several, but like, where do I even begin? Who's reading the story with us? Very nice. So basically, in order for the payoff at the end of the book to be successful, in order for it to make sense, very nice. Yeah, in order for it to make sense, I need to add some more information in this first chapter. I was so confident in us getting ready to start our next chapter, and then boom, we did not. So what did I need to fix? I need to fix a plot point with the dad, essentially. I need to I need to describe the house. I need to describe the house Pimpkin lives in. I basically need to show off that there is an extra room. But how do we naturally? Okay, let's read the story for a second and kind of ground ourselves where we're at. So here we go. Reading time. Here we go. Here we'll bring the mic closer for that quality, huh? Yay, reading, right? Where does one begin when writing down their adventures? Believe me, I would love to start this book clearly and concisely, but I'm not sure it's that easy. A lot has happened since I left Sherwood. Oh my, I'm overdoing it. Let's start with introductions. My name is Pimpkin Bigbloom. I'm a little folk from Sherwood. It is a fantastic place to get away from the crazy parts of Kincaria. It is often known to outsiders as the Floral Getaway. Our town makes a lot of money off big folk going on holiday. Although it's usually humans who stop by, we do occasionally see dwarves. For 23 years, I've walked these streets, and not once have we ever had an elf come and visit us. Who knows? Maybe one day. I love this town. It's so festive and homely. Every Saturday night, the families bring their best dish to the center of our town. We gather around many tables and celebrate life together. By celebrate, I mostly mean drink ale and dance our mighty hearts out. Some of us can sing and get a crowd going. As for others, I'm not sure I would let any of them so much as talk to me. Let's say that their singing voice is as lovely as a dragon's droppings. Ooh, sick burn! The Bigblooms are one of the largest families in Sherwood. In my house alone, there are 8 halflings and our pet rabbit, Babu. I have 2 sisters, Simkin and Kimkim, and a brother named Jimkin. People often confuse Simkin and Kimkin for one another. I love them to death, but there's not a lot of difference in their personalities. They both strive to run a restaurant, marry an elf, and write novels on the side. Their novels are quite good. I wish I could say the same for their cooking. My brother Jimkin is a rowdy troublemaker. We often have to bail him out of difficult situations involving being tied to various landmarks. Yes, you read that right. I'm often just as confused as you are. Let's see. So then we go into the paragraphs about the parents. We talk about the mom for a little bit, then we talk the dad. And then once we start talking about dad, that's when we start transitioning to the setup for the story. I need to describe the house because I need to lay clues for the payoff at the end of the book. The end of the book being the reason Pimpkin's dad does not want to go on adventures anymore is because this creature he encountered gave him a fate worse than death. He lost a son. He lost his son from existence. So there is a whole sibling that is wiped from the memory and history of everyone in the world. But only Pimpkin's dad remembers. So the mom isn't going to remember. Pimpkin isn't going to remember. The siblings aren't going to remember. So I need to lay the groundwork for that. That's what I need to do. How, though? We need to show off the house. By showing off the house, we can lead for something to be like, there's these bedrooms, and maybe there's an extra bedroom, but Pimpkin just kind of assumes it's a guest room. Or we can be a little bit more like, kind of like pulling the audience in by saying that there's a room that Dad has forbidden everyone to go in. Pimpkin that's what we'll do. Pimpkin knows it is the guest room of the house for all of his life. But then one day after this adventure, his dad locks it away, never to go in there, don't touch a thing. So where do we put this in? Well, if we let the story develop as it's going, we can talk about his mom and dad. So we need to cut it into the story. Right. We need to somehow splice this into the already written stuff. Basically, if we... So I was thinking about this the other day after we did the stream where we typed all this stuff out. Help, I just had a stuttering stroke. So basically, if we were to just continue the story as is and have this revelation later, it could be cool, yeah, but there's no payoff because nothing was set up. It just kind of happens. It's just kind of like, oh, plot twist for plot twist. So we need to kind of lay groundwork for the readers to have the chance to kind of theorize about it and maybe kind of figure out or get clues before Pimpkin does. That's what I'm thinking. Should I add a chat box in this one? I'm conflicted. I guess I could. Okay, yeah, we'll put the chat box right there for now. Okay. Yeah, so we need to cut it into the story. So if we go, we get to all this dialogue where he kind of starts going into things a little bit. Jimkin, isn't this weird to you? I asked. Back me up here. It's very weird, he said. I'm going to agree with Simkin and Kimkin. Dad needs time to rest. Maybe he'll share more when he's ready. The three of them went to bed while I stayed in my favorite chair. While I stayed in my favorite chair. What sort of creature would have this kind of effect on my dad? Who are the Crimson Quill? What was the Crimson Quill? Why did they want this creature found? Actually, yeah. Who are the Crimson Quill? Why did they want this creature found? I ended up asking myself these questions for many nights. As each day passed, Dad got better. He began to apologize for his rudeness to the people he would pass on his walks. Now and then, I would try to ask him if he was ready to talk about what occurred on his adventure. To this, he would reply, Pimpkin, it's probably best that you leave these adventures to the past. What a cryptic old man. I became increasingly frustrated with him as time went on. As I got closer to the deadline for my college submission, he became... We'll cut that sentence. We don't need that. As he got closer to the deadline for my college submission, he became increasingly unsupportive of my decisions. I don't know if we need this part. As he got closer to the deadline for my college submission, he became increasingly unsupportive of my decisions. It got to the point where even Mom Nah. Pumpkin, it's probably best that you leave these adventures to the past. I know we're deleting some words, but sometimes you gotta just to get better and get through this. Now and then I try to ask him if he was ready to talk about what occurred on his adventure. To this, he would reply, Pimpkin, it's probably best that you leave these adventures in the past. As he got closer to the deadline for my college submission, he became increasingly unsupportive of my decisions. He pushed for me. He pushed for me to attend a regular college as opposed to an arcane focused one. Arcane focused one. Pushed for me to attend a regular college as opposed to an arcane focused one. Let's see. He pushed for me to attend a regular college. I think it would be nice to have the house part in chapter 1. I agree. What if... How about this, Coco? What if... Because he is talking about the big blooms. That's true. We haven't finished chapter 1 yet. Should we introduce All right, so we need how do we do this? We need Dad to lock the bedroom. Does he tell the kids and his wife to not go into the guest bedroom? Does he hide away in the guest bedroom sometimes? He pushed for me to attend a regular college as opposed to an arcane focused one. I think if we end it, that seems okay. All right. And reasonable. Okay. Yeah, I think if we end it in a way where Pimpkin realizes this room has some kind of connection to why his dad is acting weird, we can end the chapter on that. And hopefully the reader will want to then carry on to chapter 2 to find out what's in the room. And then we can kind of start doing the adventure a little bit. He can research, find out some things in the room, and then he can reach out to his dad's old adventuring buddy, Ogok, the half-orc ranger. All right. Mom wasn't the biggest fan of me attending one in the first place, but even she couldn't help but find it strange that her husband was on her side. Was on her side about it. Mom wasn't the biggest fan of me attending one in the first place, but even she couldn't help but find it strange that her husband was on her side about it. if you knew anything about my family, you would know they are almost never on the same page. Oh, we got a Grammarly suggestion. What we got? Change the wording of almost never. You would know that they are seldom on the same page. That they are seldom on the same page, rarely on the same page. Let's go with seldom. They're seldom on the same page. Hey, we're at 15,000 words. Let's go. We started to see Dad less throughout the days. He would help Mom with chores around the house, and rarely seems better for me. You would know they are seldom on the same page, that they are rarely on the same page. You would know that they are seldom on the same page. You would know that they are rarely on the same page. I think I like rarely too. Good suggestion. Good suggestion. He would help Mom with chores around the house, and even go out to run errands. However, he started developing a strange habit of locking himself away in the guest bedroom. The room was always a welcomed sight. Sight. Something about that room in particular always made the house feel homely. Mom agreed, for she would often have the door to it open and the windows inside and the curtains to the windows inside opened for the maximum amount of natural light. We started to have the Mom agreed, for she would often have the door to it open and the curtains to the windows inside open for the maximum amount of that seems wordy. That seems really wordy. Do we get any free suggestions today? Honestly considering going to premium. There is something about that room that always made the house feel homely. However, he began. That always... It seems that there is a pronoun problem here. Something about that room always made the house feel homely. Okay, sweet. Look at that, we corrected some of it. Mom agreed, for she would often have the door to it open and the curtains to the windows inside opened for the maximum. That feels really repetitive. She'd often have the door to it open to let I don't know. Maybe we just need to get rid of this sentence. It might just not be open and opened. Yeah. For she would often have the door to it opened. Opened. Yeah. The room was always a welcome sight. Something about that room always made the house feel homely. Seeing the door always closed and knowing Dad was hiding in there. Seeing the door always closed and knowing Dad was hiding in there felt cold. There was something eerie about it. There's something eerie about it. One day, when I was working on cleaning, I don't know, the baseboards, Dad walked out of the room and locked the door behind him. Why do you keep that door? Why do you keep that room locked away? I asked. Spaceboard's one word? Yeah, okay. Why do you keep that room locked away? I asked. What do you do in there? He paused for a moment. If I'm Dad, how am I justifying this to my son? How am I saying respectfully, don't worry about it. I would really appreciate it if you didn't go in this room anymore. Could be my overthinking, but sometimes I thought I heard him crying. Why do you keep that room locked away? I asked. What do you do in there? He paused for a moment. I like to catch up on my reading where it's quiet. where it's quiet. He said, "The office has grown to be too boring for my tastes. Page 6, let's go!" Oh, Grammarly has something to say. Quite. Where it's wow, I really did spell quiet. I mean quite instead of quiet. Oops. Okay. The office has grown too cold. Yo, page 6. That's what I'm saying, man. Let's go, page 6. 10 words away from 1700. He started to walk away, but then paused in his haste. He turned back to look at me. Pimpkin, I would really appreciate it if you didn't go into the guest bedroom. Pimpkin, I would really appreciate it if you didn't go into the guest bedroom. That's one way to say don't go into the room. Maybe. I would really appreciate it if you didn't go into the guest bedroom. I forced a smile on my face. Sure thing. I replied reluctantly. He smiled at me and continued his journey to the kitchen. He smiled at me and continued his journey to the kitchen. Oh, what do you want, Grammarly? What you got for me? What you got for me? Really? I would appreciate it if you didn't go into the guest bedroom. He smiled at me and continued his journey to the kitchen. Something wasn't right about that room. Something wasn't right about that room. Somehow, this room was connected to his most recent adventure. How do we end the chapter? How do we wrap it up? How do we... He smiled at me and continued his journey to the kitchen. Something wasn't right about that room. Something wasn't right about that room. And I was determined to find... Something wasn't right about that room, and I was determined to figure it out. And I was determined to find out why. Holy crap. I think we're doing it. Italicize. Chapter 2. Oh, man. Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go. Style. Heading 2. Boom. Ugh. Chapter 2, baby. Chapter 2. Yeah, chapter 2. After only 1,600 something words. Yeah. We're now at 1,759. Let's see how many. We're supposed to have 6,400. So we are 4,700 words behind now. There we go. Okay, chapter 2. What is our goal for chapter 2? Pimpkin needs to... Homeboy needs to sneak into the house. Yeah, Pimpkin needs to sneak into the... Not the house. He needs to sneak into the bedroom. Okay, so we've written ourselves into a little corner here. So there's this sibling that used to exist. No longer does because of this creature. Pimpkin only ever remembers walking by the room. We're gonna say magic. You know, magic just can warp memory to be specific, things like that. How do we do this? The normal excuse for everything. Magic. Exactly. And if we start specifying magic, then we really start writing ourselves into corners. So he needs to break into the room. But if he breaks into this room, how do you look around in a room and realize that it's not yours? Like, it's not just like a guest room. Like, it's like, this is clearly someone's room. It has a bed, it has some toys. Okay, that's a great point. So Pimpkin is 23. He's now the oldest. No, hold on. He has 2 sisters and a brother. It's not specified if they're older or younger. So we'll say in my head, Pimpkin is, I don't know, should the sisters be older or not? What do you think? My gut says sisters are older, but then his brother Jimkin is younger. Sister should be older. Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out is this sibling that's missing. I know it's a brother. Is it? No, my lettuce. Is it a younger brother, or is it an older brother? And either way, it's going to be devastating to a parent. But like, which one is more traumatizing? I guess either way, it's traumatizing. But like, you know, what I'm trying to ask, like, narratively, which one is like the one to use? The younger or older brother? This is tough. I think losing your firstborn is more traumatizing. Good point. They made you a parent in the first place. Okay. Let's do that then. I'm getting a notification from work. Theater work. I go in 30 minutes earlier today. Ugh. Okay. So, firstborn. So, firstborn son. So, probably not toys. There would be like one or two. Maybe Pimpkin would have like a vague memory of it. Like playing with a kid. There's a lot of thinking. There sure is. There sure is a lot of thinking. So, okay. Maybe there's a toy. There's a toy in the bedroom. And Pimpkin... Okay, so Pimpkin's gonna find a toy. He's gonna find a family drawn portrait that's awkwardly not centered. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna see a family portrait, you guys are pretty much all gonna be in the center of the frame. So why would you guys be skewered to one side unless someone's missing? So he's going to find a photo. He's going to find a toy. He's going to have memories of kids when he was a kid, of playing, like sharing this toy with an older kid from his childhood. Okay, chapter 2. Good idea? Okay. We're going to go with that. So chapter 2, we need to establish... Chapter 2 needs to be a heist. He needs to figure out breaking into the room. He needs to break into the room. He needs to find out the mission stuff. Hell, he needs to find out what he needs to find out. And then he needs to take action. Okay. He smiled at me and continued his journey to the kitchen. Something wasn't right about that room, and I was determined to find out why. Dad never kept a consistent schedule when it came to hiding away in the guest bedroom. So Dad never keeps a consistent schedule. Dad never kept a consistent schedule when it came to hiding away in the guest bedroom. I knew he had a key to get into the room, but I had no knowledge of if there were any copies lying around the house. Every now and then, I would try a key found on the floor or in a kitchen drawer. We're rhyming. Every now and then, I would try a key found on the floor or in a kitchen drawer, but every now and then I would try a key found on the floor or in a kitchen drawer, but found no luck. But every now and then I would try... Oh, we gotta restart the playlist. My bad, guys. My bad. Every now and then I would try a key found on the floor or in a kitchen drawer, but found little success. Found no success. But I found no success. Grammarly's got some suggestions. Replace the phrase, I had no knowledge. But I did not know if any copies every now and then I would try. Okay, so now and then Dad never kept a consistent schedule when hiding away in the guest bedroom. Now and a while, I would try a key found on the floor. Now in a while, I would try a key found on the found on the floor or in a kitchen drawer, but garnered. But made no progress. How about that? We like that, Grammarly? There we go. There we go. We like that. Okay. What else? What else? What else do you have? But no... But made little progress. But found little progress. But made little progress. You know what? I don't care. I like it. I don't need you, Grammarly. I don't need you all the time. Screw you, Grammarly. You're not my dad. Okay, so how is Pimpkin gonna get into this room? Ah! How do you open a window from the outside? Is there a way to? How to open a window from the outside? With a rock? Well, you're not wrong. Oh, right. It probably would be door windows in this kind of time. Yeah. To unlock this type of window from the outside, find out if the window is open and push it with your hands. If this doesn't work, place a pry bar between the window and the windowsill. Jiggle the window a little and it will move and be able to slide or come off. Okay. It would be difficult to steal the key from Dad. It would be difficult to steal the key from Dad. He learned a thing or two on his adventures about the art of pickpocketing. Is pickpocketing a word? Or does it need a dash in it? It needs a dash, doesn't it? No, pickpocketing is one word. Really? Okay. We're at 1,800 words, boy! We're at 1,800 words, boy! Man, I really want to play Call of Duty. I really, really, really want to play Call of Duty right now. He learned a thing or two on his adventures about the art of pickpocketing. I mean, you could. I mean, I could. Let's flip for it. Let's flip for it, right? No, don't flip yet. Don't flip yet. Okay. But you have a novel to write. I do. But I could. If it's tails, we'll keep writing. If it's heads, we'll play COD. Here we go. If it's heads 2 times in a row, we'll play CODs. If it's heads 2 times in a row followed by tails, we'll play COD. There we go. There we go. Guess I gotta write a little bit more. God, I really want to play COD. Dude, Modern Warfare is so much fun. Let's at least get him into the room. Let's get him into the room, and then I can break from there, because then I can take time to think about how he's gonna go about. Ian, you were Ian. Other people, I know, right? We have a guest now. Oh man. Ian, how are you doing today? Just got here? Very nice. Hey, get on a call, Ian. Get on a call. Get on that computer. Join the stream. Get in here. He learned a thing or two on his adventures about the art of pickpocketing. I would try and pick the lock, but I wouldn't know where to begin. Hang on a meeting. Wait, there is a call. There could be a call. We straight up could. We could do a call on the server. I could go to table 1. I could go to table 1 and do a call. I could do that. In the Discord server. But I'll have to join on my phone. Easy. That's not the end of the world. I would try and pick the lock, but I wouldn't know where to begin. There was the window. There was the window from the outside of the house that connects to the room. There was a window from the outside of the house that connects to the room. I was about to type out a thought, but it seems kind of redundant. You know what I mean? Like why type out a thought when basically first person point of view is basically you're thinking anyways. The only problem is mom is let's italicize this to be very. Mom was very particular about the upkeep of the house. She had the eyes of a hawk when it came to imperfections about the house. When it came to imperfections concerning the house. If I was going to pull this off, it would require she had the eyes of a hawk when it came to imperfections concerning the house. Thinking deeply. What is she, an Arakocra? I totally could make an Aarakocra a little joke, couldn't I? Ah, I could. Do Aarakocras, do they have any kind of advantage on perception? Do you know? Oh, we're at 1,900 words. Oh, come on, 100 more, and we get to 2,000. I don't know. I don't know either. I've never played an Aarakocra. I mean, they look cool. I just could care less about. What? No. I just could care less about. Bro. Only for premium users. Okay, whatever. She had the eyes of a hawk when it came to imperfections concerning the house. If I were to scratch or damage the window, Mom would be the first to know. If I was going to pull this off, I would have to be precise with my breaking and entering technique. Alternatively, I could also blame it on Jimkin. Such a dick move. I would have to be precise with my breaking in technique. Add a hyphen with my breaking in technique. If I were going to pull this off, center the house, from the outside of the window, from the outside of the house, there was a window from the outside of the house connecting connected to the room. I would try and pick the lock. But I wouldn't know where to begin. There was a window I knew a window from the outside of the house connected to the room. Nah, never mind. I don't feel like messing with all that right now. Boop. Come on. 50, 60 something words. 59 words left. 59 words. I would have to be precise with my breaking in technique. Alternatively, I could also blame it on Jimkin. I went out to the yard behind our house and found a large stick. I carved it down into a shape to theoretically help. I carved it down into a shape to theoretically whittle, to theoretically pry the window open. If I grease the seam, if I grease the edges of the window, it should be easier to pry it open without causing damage to it. If I greased the edges of the window, it should be easier to pry it open without causing damage to it. Is it just grease? Yeah, okay. Alright. If I grease the edges of the window, it should be easier to pry it open without causing any damage to it. It was the best chance I had. I waited until everyone settled in their bedrooms and had the proper time to fall asleep. Hey, we're past 2,000 words. Let's go. Finally. Stretch. Okay. I waited until everyone settled in their bedrooms and had the proper. I waited until everyone had settled in their bedrooms and had fallen asleep. Yay, yes sir, let's go. Let's go. All right. It was the best chance I had. I waited until everyone had settled in their bedrooms and fallen asleep for the night. You gonna say anything about that, Grammarly? If I add for the night to max out my word count? Cool. I snuck outside. Through my bedroom window and crept over to the guest room window. Now is the time. It was time to what am I trying to say? What are you doing? What? Oh. All right. I snuck outside through my bedroom window and crept over to the guest room window. I pulled out a jar of honey and began to smear it on the window seams. After a generous coating of honey was applied, I pulled out my wooden pry bar and I pulled out my wooden pry bar and attempted to slide it between the window doors. To my horror, it was too big. After a generous coating of honey was applied, I pulled out my wooden pry bar and attempted to slide it between the window doors. To my horror, it was too big. I was a fool for not bringing a carving knife with me. Hey, it's Datum! What's up, Datum? Careful with times. 2 paragraphs before, I would and my mom is. Maybe that should have been in past tense. Not 100% sure though. Just got in and saw bits of paragraph. Also, hi. What's up, Datum? Tis a good point. Man, I hate first person point of view. How do we fix this? Fool. I was fooled for not... Fooled? Okay, Grammarly. Why? Let's see. The only problem was Mom was very particular about the upkeep of the house. She had the eyes of a hawk when it came to imperfections concerning the house. If I were to scratch the damage the window, Mom would be the first to know. I would. If I were to scratch, if I were going to pull this off, I was going to have to be precise with my breaking in technique. Man, it is hard to write in thoughts for a first person point of view telling something in the past at this point. I should have done third person. I should have done a third person. I was a fool maybe. At the beginning, I would try. That's the one I meant. The rest seems good. First person is tough, totally. Yeah, it is, dude. It's, like, I was in too deep when I started the challenge, when I realized, oh man, why did I start writing this in this point of view? I was like, way to go, me. Which is weird considering we live in first person. But who knows? Writing's weird. Writing is weird. I guess that's why it's a challenge. But hey, we're 10 words away from being at, I was gonna say 3,000 words. Not even close. 2,100. So let's see. We're supposed to have 6,400 words done by today. And we have 2,090. So we have 4,300 words left to go. Woo! I mean, you can rewrite the whole thing to third person. I could, but then that's a lot of backtracking, and then I'd be behind more. The goal is to get a rough draft, a first draft, done by the end of the month. And it has to be 50,000 words. Then I'll have completed the challenge. And then whether or not I do anything else with the story would be, I have no idea. I have no idea. We were supposed to have 6,400 words, and you want to play COD. I know. I know. Listen. I work a lot, and I don't get to play COD. Oh, man. I was a fool for not bringing a carving knife with me. I snuck back into my bedroom and started to head for the kitchen. After retrieving a kitchen knife, I began the trek back to the window. I snuck back into my bedroom and started to head for the kitchen. After retrieving a kitchen knife, I began the trek. After retrieving a kitchen knife, I began the trek back to the window. After retrieving a kitchen knife, I started my way back to the bedroom. I need conflict. A door opens. Dad comes out. Maybe he can't think. Maybe it's Simkin or Kimkin, one of the sisters. Maybe they're gonna rat on him. I started my way back to the bedroom. There was a loud creaking sound. My journey was interrupted by the sound of a door opening. Oh no. I thought to myself. I think that's the first time I've done dialogue thinking to myself. How do you do that? How do you write that? I don't know how to write. I don't know what to do. Ah, man. You know, oh. You know, I wouldn't have this problem if I did COD, man. We can do this. We can trek through this. We have a little bit of time left for today's writing, and then if I feel like it before work, then we'll play some COD. But we definitely have to get some writing done. If only it was 2 heads and a tails after this. That's right, man. If only it was 2 heads. Worth a shot. Worth a shot. Worth a shot. Oh no, I thought to myself. I quickly jumped into the bathroom and hid behind the tub curtains. A lantern lit the bathroom up. A lantern's light flooded the hall and began to make its way in my direction. The lantern was then hung placed on the sink. The lantern was then placed on the sink. The lantern... God, I don't know how to do this. The lantern was placed on the sink and the door shut. Someone sat down to do their business. Judging by the yawns, this was Jimkin. I was trapped. What an adventure, right? Homeboy's trapped in the bathroom. Now, what's the worst thing that could happen? His mission will ultimately be successful. But like, what's the price? What's the price for a successful mission? Maybe we've already established that Jimkin is kind of like the weird sibling, right? What if Jimkin fell asleep on the toilet? What if Pimkin's waiting for him to like leave and like finish? But dude sat down, maybe started something, but maybe? What do we think? What do we think of that? I think it's kind of funny. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I like that. Oh man, we gotta build suspense somehow. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna take a quick little break, refill my cup, stretch my legs a little bit, make sure my eyes aren't killing me from staring at the screen too much. Be sure to stick around. We're gonna finish out this stream strong. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to 2,500, maybe 3,000 words. If we can get through this beginning, like 2 chapters, I know where to go with my story. I just did not think of a beginning when planning this story out. But anyways, guys, we'll be right back. All right. We're back. Oh god, we have the banding going on with the camera. You see that? You can see like the little bar going across the screen. Woo! Hello there. General Kenobi. All right. Stretch my legs. Got another ginger ale. Said hello to the fiance. She's playing World of Warcraft right now. So she's on that hustle, that quest grind. Kind of makes me want to play RuneScape again, I'm not gonna lie. I miss RuneScape. Alright. One of the boys sent a snap. Shan the no bitch's face for a second there. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, let's get into breaking and entering, shall we? Okay, we're back. We're back at this. All right. A lantern's light flooded the hall and began to make its way in my direction. The lantern was placed on the sink and the door shut. Someone sat down to do their business. Judging by the yawns, this was Jimkin. I was trapped. Let's see. Unfortunately, I was going to have to wait this one out. Wait for this one out? I was gonna have to wait for him to finish. I patiently waited for for 10 minutes. Then 30. And then an hour. I wasn't sure what was going on. He was still there. What is Jimkin doing out there? He fell asleep on the toilet. But Pimkin doesn't know that because he's hiding behind essentially some shower curtains right now. I patiently waited for 10 minutes, then 30, and then an hour. I wasn't sure what was going on. He was still there. He was still there and breathing very, very loudly. BRB. Burbs. Alright, I decided to... Maybe dinner just wasn't sitting right with him. Another 30 minutes passed. And I began to worry. I couldn't I couldn't think of a time. I couldn't think of a time when I had ever been in the restroom. For this long. I had to do something. I carefully propped myself up in the tub and slowly peeked around the curtain. There he was. Jimkin was still sitting down. Face first in his hands. Although he was breathing loudly, it became evident that he wasn't actively doing anything. He was asleep. Am back. Am Jakin. So we got another paragraph in. We're at 2,305 words now. Jimkin was still sitting down, face first in his hands. Although he was breathing loudly, it became evident that he wasn't actively doing anything. He was asleep. Right. Next paragraph. I carefully started to stand up. I carefully started standing up and pulling back the curtain. I placed one foot over the edge of the tub. And began to pull the other behind me. My foot snagged the edge of the tub, and I tripped, catching myself on the bathroom door. I froze as Jimkin twitched. After a brief snort, one of his hands fell down to his side. His face then went into his legs. He was still breathing. He was still asleep. All right, Grammarly, what you got for us? Down. His hands fell to his side. His face then went into his legs. He was still asleep. No, Jipkin. Yeah. Bro fell asleep face first in his legs in the toilet. Hey, when do you think I can get it? Okay. After creeping out of the bathroom, I made it back. I made it back to my room and out the window. After some tweaking to my wooden pry bar, I successfully managed to wedge it between the window's doors and start prying them open. I say, sorry for lurking, pretty hectic day at work. No problem, dude. We just wrote a scene where Pimpkin, our halfling, had to make a quick escape into the bathroom. He had to hide in the tub, and a sibling went in to do a little late night business and then fell asleep on the toilet. And Pimpkin was trapped. We love it. We are only 72 words away from reaching 2,500 words. There we go. I successfully managed to wedge it between the windows doors, and start prying them open. A small click was heard. And the two doors swung open. After a sigh of relief, I entered the guest bedroom. We made it. We got in. And we're on page 8. Let's go. Yes. Meanwhile, me, a teenager with no work, just watching and chatting. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. After a sigh of relief, I entered the guest bedroom. Page 8. Let's go. I can't believe we're 8 pages in. That's crazy. 9 if you count the title page, I guess, but that's crazy. After a sigh of relief, I entered the guest bedroom. I took a little jar of... They're not called lightning bugs, are they? 8-page celebration. 8-page celebration. Are they? Is it lightning bugs? I just realized you guys could not hear the music. Y'all gotta let me know these things. Is it lightning bugs? Fireflies. Help. I took a little jar of fire flies and lit the room up. All right, so now we have to describe the bedroom. We have to describe the bedroom. I took a little jar of fireflies and lit up the room. Okay, let's think about this carefully. This is a bedroom that used to belong to somebody. It has to appear that way. This is a bedroom that used to belong to somebody. Obviously, there's going to be a bed. Probably a drawer. A dresser for some clothes. Maybe a writing desk, like a personal desk. Maybe it's a wardrobe. Maybe it's a wardrobe that the clothes are in. A collection of books, maybe? Some drawings? The guest bedroom was very similar to my room. The guest bedroom was very similar to my room. There was a bed in the center of the room. There was a bed in the center of the room in front of the door. A wardrobe, a writing desk, and a small bookshelf. With some history books. There was a bed in the center of the room in front of the door, a wardrobe, a writing desk, and a small bookshelf with some history books. The room was fairly dusty. I guess Dad wasn't too big on caring for the room when cleaning on the house. Nah. Because he still helps with chores and stuff around the house, so. In front of the door, a wardrobe, a writing desk, and a small bookshelf with some history books. At the writing desk, I found some drawings of some of the people in Sherwood. The detail was excellent, and some of them even had color. In the wardrobe, I found a collection of clothes that looked to be about my size. Two of the jackets I recognized as Dad's from when I was younger. The other clothes were either kept neatly in a leather bag or hung inside and covered in paint splatters. At the bottom of the wardrobe was a box of toys. Toys. Y'all didn't see that. That wasn't me. I swear. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Shut up. Good job. Thank you, Ian. Thank you. I'm trying to push through this a little bit. If I can get to a certain point, I will end this stream and then do a little gaming stream before work. I have to get ready at 4 today, which is gross. At the bottom of the wardrobe was a box of toys. Oof. Yeah, 5 to 12:30 tonight. Woo! And then 10 to 8 tomorrow. Woo! Was a box of toys. I recognized some of the toys. in there. I sorted through them and found a set of Kinkarian soldiers. I had a lot of fond memories of these toys. I would often play with an older kid. One of the older kids would often share these with Jimkin and I at the one of the older kids would often share these with Jimkin and I at the weekly festivals. Jimkin and me at the weekly festivals. Woo! Fantasy world creation! Clay, how you doing, buddy? How's it going? I miss you, bro. We're trying to write a fantasy novel in 30 days, 50,000 words. We're supposed to have 6,400 by today, but we've been slacking. We're now at 2,619 words. Chapter 2, 8 pages in. So, woo! We're writing it about Pimkin and Ogok. So, yeah, there's that. Dude, how you been? It's been a while. Let's see. So he went through the wardrobe. He went through the writing desk. What else is in there? There's not much else. Small bookshelf with some history books. I guess he's gonna go over to the shelf. I honestly have just been working hard, but I do miss the fantasy world that you create. Thanks, bro. This story's taking place in Kincaria because it's the only place I can think of that's not Laventria. Which I hope to do the Laventria campaign starting in January-ish, if things go well. I know for sure I'm doing a one-shot in December. So there is that. One of the older kids would often share these with Jimkin and me at the weekly festivals. On the bookshelf, I didn't really discover anything of importance in the rest of the room. I was gonna say get rid of really is really redundant. Yep. Oh, there we go. I didn't discover anything of importance in the rest of the room. I packed up my gear, wiped the honey off of the windows, and made sure to shut the windows behind me on my way out. Let's see, so how far was chapter 2? Was that 2 pages ago? Yeah, okay, so really, if we're gonna do, how long is a chapter usually? Average chapter length, word count. 3,000 to 5,000 words. Some will tell you 2,500 words is the average, while others will say 3,000 to 500 or to 5,000 words. Wait, chapters? Word chapters are more likely to be the norm. Most agree that under 1,000 words would be rather short, and that over 5,000 might be rather too long. As a general guideline, chapters should be between around 3,000 and 5,000 words. Huh. Whoops. Well. Huh. Oh well. I'm new to this. Maybe mine's a shorter book, huh? Or maybe we get rid of the chapter 2 mark, and instead of that being chapter 2, we mark it with a scene break, like a scene break. I'll be in town for December if you want to go and have a run at it. Yes, sir. Do it. How to do a scene break in a novel. For scene breaks with within a chapter, insert one line with 3 asterisks centered. Don't use underlines or boldface anywhere in the text of your story. Use italics sparingly. Blank line between paragraphs here. How do you break down a scene in writing? Can I see an example? Let me pull up images. Oh, those. Okay, so literally like the 3 asterisks thing. Gotcha. Okay. So if I get rid of... Where is it? Okay. So if I get rid of chapter 2, right? And instead I do 3 little asterisks. Then we know that's a scene break. Okay, sure. It's a scene break. That way chapter 1 is a little longer. So we can get 3,000 words for chapter 1. Okay. So I'm going to do another scene break then, so we can skip to the next day. So I'll center it. I guess I'll italicize again. And then I'll do asterisks. There, 1, 2, 3. I guess we'll probably do that with this one too. Oh wait, that one was already... I knew that. Okay. Boom. Next scene. Apply heading 2. Cool. I'll be in town for December. Well, how many chapters do you want this book to be? I don't know exactly. I know it has to be a minimum of 50,000 words to complete the challenge. Thank you, Yasmin. She messaged me on BattleNet and said, "You are cute." Let's see. So if it's 50,000 words and it's roughly 3,000 a chapter. What? Hold on. 50,000 divided by 3,000. That's roughly 16 chapters. Okay. So 16 chapters. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so... Gosh, if I can get at least 3,000 today, that'd be nice. We went from 1,400 today to 2,600, so we're almost at double of what we started today. I guess you would literally just say the next day. I don't know. That's really good progress. Thanks, dude. It's great progress for a guy who's been slacking. I don't know where to go next with it. I know what needs to happen, but I don't know how to get from point A to point B yet. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is, don't we all? The next day, ... We're just gonna leave it at ... for now. Maybe it's time for a gaming break. That's what I'm saying. I think I need to take time, sit away from this, come back to this later tonight after work, reevaluate it off stream, see what happens. And yeah, so next time I'm going to be doing one of these streams is probably Sunday. So Sunday there should be a writing stream, and there will definitely be a gaming stream with some of the guys. So yeah, let's chat for a second. So yeah, I think I'm going to be calling it a day for right now, at least for the writing stream. We're going to take a break. And at 2:30, I'm just going to do some games. It might be Overwatch 2. It'll probably be Modern Warfare. But we're going to do some games. 2:30 to 2:45-ish. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to like this stream and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. It really helps out a lot. The stream is also going to be available after it's over. Permanent VODs, unlike Twitch. Woo! We love that. And be sure to check out the other content. And, I don't know, share it. It's a whole new thing with YouTube. I don't like plugging myself and saying, do this, do that. I hate that. I hate it. Ooh, catch me on Overwatch 2? Hold on. We gotta add each other. Clay. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, LNZ.